guys don't know this, but I've been thinking about installing one of these confetti guns in my apartment. And I think this just sold it for me. I can't think of a better way to start the day. Leave the house and... I'm Kristian Aleixo. I'm a professional race car driver, the author of the autobiography, My Life and Story, The Outside Groove, forwarded by the legendary Willie T. Ribbs, and the children's book Faster and Faster. I'm also the star of my own reality TV show, produced by Sharp Entertainment, the makers of Jersey Shore and 90 Day Fiancé, documenting my journey from being a homeless teenager, 14 years old, living out of a 5x7 storage unit in Tacoma, Washington, to competing in the world's most expensive sport, and eventually a spot on the starting grid at the Indianapolis 500. Hometown crowd, I like that. I didn't bring any of that up to talk about myself. I brought that up because tonight we are here to talk about manifesting. And I have manifested all of that. And that's how I know that what I'm going to share with you tonight isn't made up. It's not fiction. This is fact. This is pure fact. And I know that because I didn't get it out of a magazine. I didn't get it out of a book. I didn't watch it in a movie. I got it because I lived it, and I still live it every day. So what is manifesting? Manifesting, to me, is elevated thinking above one's circumstances. It's a portal. Choose to step through it, and your wildest dreams are on the other side. I like to think of fishing. It's kind of like how you cast the line as far out as possible. You do that because if you were to drop your line directly over the bow into the water that you're sitting in, the line would get twisted, it would tangle the spool, and you wouldn't be able to reel in that 3-pound bass that you're going to lie about later and tell everybody it was the size of a whale. You should have seen it. Manifesting is just like that. Not focusing on your circumstances, but thinking above and beyond it. I'm going to share with you 3 phrases that I know work for me. Hopefully they work for you. Go ahead and put them in your pocket. Pull them out whenever you need to. Use them frequently, often. How many of you are human beings? Anybody tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. All of you? That's crazy. More than I thought. Good crowd. How many of you take for granted the fact that you're a human being? You guys ever think about it? Oh wait, I'm a human. Why is that important? There are 6.5 million species of living animal on land. Another 2.2 million under the ocean, and only 1 human being. That's you. Whoa, what a compliment from the universe. It could have made you anything, but it didn't. It spit you out as a human being. Take a second right now, turn to the person next to you, and say, hello, human being. Go ahead and confirm someone's humanness tonight. Confirm someone's humanness, because as a human, you are powerful. Everything else is limited because it doesn't have the ability to think. And as you think, you can create. And that's how I know whatever it is that you want out of this life can be manifested. I promise you. Be careful, though, what you want, because you use these 3 phrases I'm going to share with you, and you're going to get it. Your time on this earth is limited. But whatever it is that you want to do with that time is not. How many of you remember the 80s cartoon, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? Oh, okay. Now, what was He-Man's favorite saying? I have the power. He would say this. He would point his sword to the sky, the lightning would strike it, and he would transform from Prince Adam into He-Man. This was something that was already in him. Now, I don't know how conscious the creators of the series were when they named it that, but let's just take note of the correlation between I have the power and masters of the universe. Coincidence? I don't think so. When you say, I have the power, just in the same way that Prince Adam was able to do things that he wasn't able to do 2 seconds ago, it's the same for you. When you say, I have the power, you are calling on a higher version of yourself. It's already in you. You just need the permission. You have to give yourself the permission to unlock it. And once that's unlocked, so many things are going to open up for you. Go ahead and say, I have the power. I don't know if the race cars are killing my hearing, but I wasn't feeling that. Can I hear, I have the power? Yes. Now, when you just said that right there, something started moving. You set something into motion right now. You can't see it, but it's moving all around you. Things are getting closer to you. Something that you need just moved a little bit closer to you. You're a magnet. And I wouldn't be surprised if you had a breakthrough sometime this week. I have the power. I have the power. The second phrase I like to use is I will build it. Everybody say, I will build it. I will build it. The Great Wall of China, the Burj Al Arab, the world's only 7-star hotel, the pyramids of Egypt, hell, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, all started from somebody saying, I will build it. None of these things were standing before. When you say, I will build it, it's not a, oh, maybe I will. It's not a, I think I might. No, it's declarative. It's final. It's powerful. What you're doing when you say, I will build it, is you're closing the door behind you. You're telling the universe, shut the door. Why? Because I'm going this way, not that way. I don't need an exit strategy because I'm only going up from here. I will build it. The minute you say that, the tools come to life. It's almost like Beauty and the Beast, how the clock would talk and jump up and down, the candlestick moved. It's kind of like that. You say, I will build it, the tools get up and they start to move towards you. The resources, the ideas to find the resources, everything is moving in your direction the minute you say, I will build it. The minute you decide, I will build it. It's final. There is nothing that I can say to talk myself out of this. There is nothing that anybody can tell me. There are no excuses when I say, I will build it. The third phrase that I like to use is nothing is hard. Everything is a challenge. Go ahead and say that. Nothing is hard. Everything is a challenge. Your brain magnifies everything that you say more than it magnifies anything else that anybody else can say. This is proven fact. The minute I say it, it sounded this small. This is hard. That's 3 small words. But it comes back to me, boomerang effect, in my ear, way bigger. And the minute I say it's hard, guess what it becomes? Hard. And who did it to himself? Me, because I said it was hard. The human being is made for protection. You have all these systems in place within you to keep you from killing yourself, right? So if somebody told me to go run 10 miles right now, and I think that's hard, you know what my brain is gonna do? It's gonna start to shut my body down on mile number 7, because that's a safe number for my brain, right? Okay, if 10 is hard, then if we stay at 7, we won't kill ourselves, right? But that's the wrong answer, because you can do the 10, and it starts by eliminating the word hard. You eliminate that, and so many negative emotions go with it. I grew up in a household with a single mom. She passed away from type 1 diabetes when I was 13 years old. I now have type 1 diabetes myself. And I'm going through all these different challenges. It's been a struggle. It's always been a struggle. I don't know anything but struggle. But you know what? Struggle kind of turns me on. I kind of like it. I like proving to myself that anything is possible. And why? Because it actually is. And you can't argue with me about that, because I'm living it right now. I do this every single day. Anything and everything, anything and everything, anything and everything is possible. For me, for you, because you are a human. And if you ask me, how do I know that this is truth? I did it. Thank you.